Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, and Anjali Mudra. Welcome to the program Whole Truth. And in today's show, we'll be discussing a very interesting initiative which was taken a few months back, but now has become a quite worldwide phenomena with the people in many countries supporting this initiative, which was initially called the Kashmir Tea Party, but then gradually evolved into Let Kashmiris Decide Solidarity. So very interesting, and people from different countries and from different backgrounds are part of it now, including from all parts of Kashmir or all sides of the line that divides Kashmir, and diaspora. And today we have with us someone who actually took this initiative and then evolved it to where it is today. And also we have somebody who was perhaps the earliest partner, and I have Claire Bidwell with me, who is originally from England, but settled in Spain, and she was in India just before the August 5th, when BJP government abolished the autonomy of Jammu Kashmir, and then locked down the whole state with no communication, and everything was basically gagged. So people were suffocated in many ways. And that is how she, she became aware of Kashmir. But obviously, she is here to tell the whole story. I won't spoil it for you. So welcome, Claire Bidwell, for to talk about Kashmir Solidarity.
Hello, thank you for inviting me to talk about it.
Yeah, and I have Jawad Qayyum from Kotli is linked up with us from Kotli, and Jawad is perhaps he joined in the very early days, and obviously they will talk about that as well. So welcome, Jawad, and I warn you that the signal from Kotli is not as good, so there might be some issues, but I hope not, because he is using some additional support for connection today. So I hope we will stay connected and we'll talk about all the aspects. Thank you very much for joining. So Claire, first, can you tell us how? I mean, I personally know a lot, but obviously for our viewers, how you became aware of Kashmir situation, and what made you to take this initiative?
Well, I mean, exactly as you said there in your introduction, and it was a Kashmiri salesman that had sold me a rug. So I knew him, and I'd asked after his parents one day, and just with the simple words of him saying he couldn't contact them, that just on a human level opened it all up for me. So just fueled...
Where was he? Where was he, and where did he sell you this rug?
He was in Mumbai. So we had a shop in Mumbai, and it was actually a little Hindu lady that took me along to the shop. I was looking to buy some Indian dolls for my granddaughter, but she took me to this rug shop and he didn't have any. So I ended up with some rugs. So, I mean, he was, I always said to him, if I ever had a shop or a business, he would be my businessman. He was amazing salesman.
Yeah, those skills.
Yeah. No, so I was then, after that, it was learning the story and what was going on, just filled with this huge sense of injustice on the very, the basis of that human level. Also aware that I hadn't been aware of any of this, in my whole life, I had never been aware of this. So very concerned and upset that this had been hidden from us, or just, you know, it just seemed a huge atrocity. And so initially it was like, well, I'm not happy about this. And I ended up in discussion groups. One of those was Afzal Khan, who I'm delighted to say is now, I think, our shadow foreign secretary. And there was lots of discussions and debates in his site. Liam Burns was another one. So similarly, I started getting involved in dialogues and debates, and found also a lot of support for my opinions in there. And it just grew through, I think it was a United Nations site that I then came into dialogue with Javad. So it was somebody on the Azad side of Kashmir, and we spent a lot of time talking. I wanted to know everything about it, finding out about his upbringing, his experiences, his views. And it was through those discussions between us, and I think it was Javad actually that said it first, why don't we set up a Facebook group where we can raise awareness? And, you know, it was that voice on the inside and the voice on the outside. There were no voices at that time for the Indian side. So that was our intention, and that's where it grew. And then I think it was a member, I can't remember his name just now, but he gave me the idea within that for a sort of an event that we could take, you know, we couldn't take the whole world to Kashmir, but we thought if we can take one member from every country in the world, that we would represent the world, and that we would be showing the world's people that we're standing with solidarity with them, and that by raising the awareness, you know, could we reach the international media? Could we then reach out to the community and let more ordinary people, if that's the right word, you know, that are going on about their lives, not aware that this is happening, and not aware that perhaps there are things that they can do about this, and that we can make a difference. So I think that's what we were hoping to do with this, raise awareness, step forward. And as I say, the Tea Solidarity event evolved. And yeah, we were going to take the world to Kashmir with an event in Kashmir. Unfortunately, the coronavirus has put a stop to those plans just now, but we have these social media Tea Party event or Solidarity event going on the 30th of May, which I could probably tell you a little bit more later in the show.
Yeah, Jawad is not with us at the moment. I'm sure he will be trying to reconnect. I can see he's appearing on. So let's go and ask Jawad how he became part of this. जवाद, आप किस तरह इससे मतलब आगाह हुए, आपको कैसे पता चला ये जो इनिशिएटिव क्लेयर ने लिया, और फिर आपका राब्ता कैसे हुआ, और आप इसका हिस्सा कैसे बने?
जी शम्स, बहुत शुक्रिया आपका कि आपने जो है ना जम्मू कश्मीर टीवी में जो है ना बहुत शुक्रिया आपका। तो देखें, शुरू से ही जो है ना हम कश्मीरी जो है ना 70 सालों से इस आज़ादी की जो जिद्दोजहद जो है ना लड़ रहे हैं इसके लिए, कश्मीर के लिए। तो क्लियर एक एक्टिविस्ट हैं, ह्यूमन राइट एक्टिविस्ट, तो सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू उनके साथ जो है ना मैं कनेक्ट हुआ। तो उन्होंने जो है ना बताया कि वो रिसेंटली जो है ना इंडिया से भी जो है ना होके आई हैं, और उन्होंने ग्राउंड रियलिटीज़ देखी हैं कश्मीर की कि वहाँ पे जो है ना क्या हो रहा है। तो इस हवाले से हमारी जो है ना कश्मीर इशू में जो है ना इंटरेस्ट मज़ीद बढ़ा, और हमने हमारी जो है ना डिबेट मज़ीद कश्मीर इशू पे होती रही। तो एक दिन जो है ना हमने डिसाइड किया कि जो है ना हम प्रैक्टिकली कश्मीर के लिए जो है ना हमें कुछ करना चाहिए। तो क्योंकि यहाँ आज़ाद कश्मीर में हम देखें तो हमारे पास कोई कन्वीनियंट मीडियम नहीं है या वे नहीं है कि जिसके ज़रिए हम जो है ना अपनी आवाज़ इंटरनेशनल फॉरम्स तक पहुँचा सके। तो ये सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू ही मैं समझता हूँ कि आज तक अगर मसला कश्मीर अगर सोशल मीडिया पे इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे अगर कायम है, तो वो सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू ही जो है ना आज तक हमने जो है ना इसे हाईलाइट किया हुआ है। तो हमने जो है ना एक आइडिया लिया कि हम जो है ना सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू इस कैंपेन को एक लेट कश्मीर डिसाइड के नाम से चलाएं। तो एक ग्रुप हमने तश्कील दिया फेसबुक पे, ट्विटर पे, इंस्टाग्राम पे, और
Yeah, I did warn you that these things might happen because of the signal. But he basically told us what you already told us, Claire. He told us in Urdu that how he got connected with you and with the campaign and with and how it was kind of launched on social media. And so when he's back, hopefully um, we can ask him why. And I think he explained that as well. That social media is a platform through which we are able to kind of attract some international attention from ordinary people. So that is of course the case. And what I mean, Claire, one question I think a lot of people would like to ask is that what your experience so far has been, in terms of working with the people of Kashmir from different sides. And I'm sure on your Facebook page, I've been following some very heated arguments between Indians and Pakistanis as well, that how they view this. So how much you expected that it will be such intense, or this was unexpected for you?
No, unexpected for me, because I didn't know. Even now, I say I just take a day at a time, and we don't know how it's going to evolve tomorrow. So no, I went in, complete. I used to say there's strength in my naivety, because I didn't know the history, any history at all when I came into this. And initially I could say to people, all I need to know is that there's a problem right now. In a way, what's before that, at that point, I was saying I don't need to know too much. I knew the basic of the 1947, various other things, but it's like, what's the problem right now? And then what can we do about that problem? So, and just, I think it's just been a path of raising awareness for myself, and I've learned so much. I'm in admiration of all the work. So at the beginning, many people said to me, this has been an argument going on for 70 years. What difference can we make, or what you're doing, how can that be any different? But I think what we didn't have 70 years ago was social media. And, social media in the way that it is has only become stronger in the last few years. So it's like a new weapon for our war of peace, if you like, to spread the word. So it is, you're right, it's amazing the amount of pro-Kashmiri groups that are out there, the work that they have done. They have embraced this whole idea, so sharing with us what they've done, sharing with me the history, and then obviously you've got so many different narratives where you are, what's truth, what's not truth. So you have to look really carefully at the evidence. Sometimes the group has felt like a children's playground where you just want to send everybody off to their rooms. But I like to think what we're achieving is, through the Let Kashmir Decide slogan, that we're all recognizing, regardless of our different ideologies, or even us as human beings, that there's the unity there. And we try to embrace all people of everybody, the whole human race. And I mean, it's something that Javad actually is quite strong on, has pulled me up a few times on it, that we have Indian members in our group that aren't even supportive of our Let Kashmir Decide group, but they're still in there. One, they want to see what we're doing. But secondly, I think we have to recognize we're all humans together on this planet. Whilst we might not like, or we don't like, the behavior that's causing these atrocities, there has to be some kind of work going on that brings to their attention, well, hang on a minute, look what you're doing, and make them question their truths and their humanity. Is that what they want? Do they want that for themselves, for their children, for their future? Nobody wants this. So there's a kind of, within the group, we just keep trying to unite, pull ourselves back together, and make sure we're all supporting together for the cause of Let Kashmir Decide, and try to just pull back for that. And I think we all believe this is a big question, for humanity and even for world peace, because what we need to do to get Kashmir free, what we need to do to wake up the world to the injustices, should have a ricochet across the whole world, really. And I don't think it's too ambitious. I think people power can do a lot. And so the strength of the Kashmiri community that have lent their support to this is what's got us this far. We would not have got this far with all that work, with all that unity, and without that knowledge. So yeah, I had no idea of all the intricacies, and even today I still have much to learn, but I'm, you know, just doing the best I can.
Brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, and obviously more and more people are joining, and it's becoming very diverse and very global group. So let's ask जवाद जवाद, जहाँ आप रहते हैं कोटली आजाद कश्मीर में, तो ये जो इनिशिएटिव है जरा सॉलिडारिटी वाला, तो इसके बारे में वहाँ कितनी अवेयरनेस है लोगों में? आजाद कश्मीर में ओवरऑल क्या आपका किसी से राब्ता हुआ है? मुख्तलिफ लोग इसके बारे में कितना जानते हैं और क्या समझते हैं, वो क्या सोचते हैं कि ये कैसा इनिशिएटिव है? जवाद, आपको मेरी आवाज पहुंच रही है?
जी, मैं सवाल आपका नहीं समझ सका, आप रिपीट करें। इंटरनेट कनेक्शन प्रॉब्लम है।
Oh dear. Okay, he could not get my question. मैं फिर पूछना यही था कि वहां पर अवेयरनेस कितनी है इसकी?
सवाल अपना दोहरा दें शम्स।
मेरा सवाल ये था जवाद के आजाद कश्मीर में ये जो है आप काम कर रहे हैं, इसकी अवेयरनेस कितनी है? कोटली में कितनी है? ओवरऑल आजाद कश्मीर में आपने क्या किया है, कुछ इस बारे में? No, I'm afraid we have a serious communication issue here with Jawad, who is connected with us from Kotli in Pakistani administered Kashmir, and obviously there is a signal issue there. So we have already also recorded his clips, so hopefully we will play those in you know at the end of program, or in the repeat we will adjust those. So you will hopefully able to you will be able to listen to his experiences, and so we go back to Claire. Claire, you know, as part of developing this initiative, you also visited Pakistan. You wanted to visit Azad Kashmir, but you couldn't because of the time constraints. And you also became quite actively engaged with many activists in Britain of Kashmiri background and many MPs. So obviously, this was something which was lacking. There was no activist from Britain who were engaged with the Azad Kashmiris and Pakistani governments and British political leaders and political circles. So how was that experience, and how it affected the effectiveness of the campaign?
Again, I think the way it unfolded was, it's like all been like an accidental journey. Each step has built onto something else. So it wasn't like, I mean, I was aware that it wasn't in the English community as knowledge, but I didn't know at this point who was speaking up for Kashmir and who wasn't. So when people heard about this campaign or the group, because the idea was in inviting people to the world event, that's how I then became to know them. That's I think then how I became aware, in making the links. So different people that I've met have made, oh, it would be really good if you were able to. And then some of these ideas have resonated, and it's like, yeah, that's a brilliant idea. So I was able to go, I mean, I made deliberate appointments with different organizations. JKLF down in Luton, I met with them and I spoke and sat with them about their ideologies, again, filling me with the history, the knowledge and different things. Tariq and Fahim Kayani in Birmingham has been doing phenomenal work, and I've been able to be involved in some of that. So I was invited at one point to speak at Dudley Council Hall, met an MP there, Marco Longhi, who is on the Kashmir committee. And just through making these different connections, and again, some amazing people in that area that helped me and have supported me and made other links and further links, and everybody's contributing their own little bit. But I was invited to demonstrations, which I was then able to see myself, what was happening, who was there, who wasn't there. I've made little video clips of these as well, which are on my YouTube channel, because I've tried to do an audit of the journey as we go, and different ideas and different thoughts. One of the things I did become concerned about or worried about was, like, there is this amazing work that is going on, but people still didn't seem to be listening to it. And I had this sense sometimes as though they were just shouting almost at one another, making the government aware of it, but a government that just weren't prepared to listen as strong as they should be. So I think, again, it's this slogan of let Kashmir decide. Those of differing aspirations can come together under that banner, and we can use the strength of the knowledge that regardless of whether you want to go, you know, a Kashmir with Pakistan, a Kashmir with India, or a Kashmir independence, that you can unite under let Kashmir decide, so that it comes to the plebiscite and every Kashmiri has a chance to say about what they want to do. So I'm hoping that this event, you know, it's standing in solidarity with Kashmirs. It seems to be so important to them. And it is important that it's out in the international media, that, you know, the abuses, the atrocities, the war that they are living under, you know, made worse now with coronavirus. It shouldn't be hidden. It should be out there, and other human beings should be helping them and supporting them. So this is just something I hope that, you know, and it's not very common amongst the white community for one person to be standing up and making a noise. And I just, you know, if that's been lacking, I just hope we can make the difference there, unite it all together and make that voice louder and stronger.
Good. Okay, yeah, we are lost Jawad at the point when I was going to ask him question that probably could hear. Anyway, so coming back to you, Claire, you have you know, I am aware that you have worked with many British MPs and you know, different Kashmiri groups. But have you tried, or have you come across any Indian groups or any Indian officials? What is their version, or were you able to approach any of them?
In terms of who want to keep Kashmir in India, they want Kashmir to be part of India. Is that who you mean?
Well, anyone, anyone.
Yeah. Well, Indian occupied Kashmir, in terms of, I mean, they've come to the fore more so once the curfew was lifted. Dialogue with those that are on India's side and want to stay, you know, keep Kashmir, has been really difficult. Really, really difficult. As soon as you even see, or as soon as I utter the words that Kashmir should have a right and that what India government is doing is wrong, the dialogue is really difficult to engage with, and it becomes a little bit of a personal fighting match. There are people out there, yes. So I have met some Indian supporters who tell me that it's a lie, that everything is fine in Kashmir, it's all safe. And I mean, one gentleman who was a lovely human invited me there. He would take me through Kashmir and he would show me that what the media, you know, that it was all a lie and none of this was going on. So, but when you then present them with the evidence that is out there, you know, including the Kashmiri's voice, they seem to have a struggle then, and then it becomes a little bit different. Yes, I have met people from the Indian community that still support the idea of India taking, having control of Kashmir. I think they believe, obviously, that the lockdown is necessary in their eyes to stop all militant activity. And so that's their ideology on that. So they will argue their point, they will present evidence, and obviously we have to agree to disagree is where it comes down to. So, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so there is a space for all views in whatever
and trying to. I mean, yes, we're really trying to, because you have to educate. It's like people that are your enemies. If you want everybody to have freedom of voice, then they have to have freedom of voice as well. And respect and dialogue and discussion is fine. When generally, I'm just generally speaking, but usually when they're pushed, they become abusive. And then it changes dynamics, because if you can't have respect within that freedom of voice, then you're not then going to entertain it. So it's difficult, but it's there, and we are trying. I think we are trying.
That's all we can do. And Jawad, आवाज आ रही मेरी?
जी शाम्स साहब
जी जवाद, आपसे मैंने पहले भी पूछा था, आप ये बताएं कि आजाद कश्मीर में इस कैंपेन के बारे में कितनी अवेयरनेस है, कितनी आगाही है, और वहां पर आप लोग क्या कर रहे हैं इस हवाले से?
देखें शम्स भाई, यहाँ बहुत से हमारे कश्मीरी जो हैं वो इस कैंपेन का हिस्सा हैं, और ये रिसेंटली हमने पोस्ट एक फेसबुक पे लगाई थी जिसमें जो है ना टॉप कंट्रीज जो हैं वो हमारे ग्रुप में कंट्रीब्यूट कर रही हैं। तो कश्मीर एज अ कंट्री उसका नाम नहीं आया, लेकिन अगर आता तो वो फर्स्ट नंबर पे होती, जिसमें हमारे कश्मीरी जो है ना इस कैंपेन के लिए कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं। तो कश्मीरी इंशाल्लाह हमारे साथ, कश्मीरी अपनी आज़ादी के लिए हम वक्त खड़े हैं। और मुजफ्फराबाद में क्योंकि इस वक्त कोविड-19 चल रहा है, तो उसके बाद जो है ना हम प्रैक्टिकली इस पे काम करना शुरू कर देंगे। मुजफ्फराबाद या कोटली में हम ये इवेंट एक ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे जिसमें जो है ना हम कश्मीर की कल्चर, ट्रेडिशन और इस इशू को जो है ना वर्ल्ड लेवल पे हाईलाइट करेंगे, इस आइडियालॉजी के साथ कि लेट कश्मीर डिसाइड, कि कश्मीरियों को उनका फैसला करने दिया जाए कि वो क्या चाहते हैं। असल में कश्मीर वो वसअतुल्लाह खान साहब का एक कौल है कि कश्मीर बाज़ाते खुद एक तारीखी अलमिया है, और इसमें मज़ीद अलमिया ये है कि या हमें इसे पाकिस्तान की ऐनक से देख सकते हैं या हिंदुस्तान की ऐनक से देख सकते हैं। और अगर कश्मीरी खुद इसे देखना चाहते हैं तो उनकी ऐनक में जो है ना खोपे चढ़ा दिए जाते हैं या उनके सीधे सीधे उनकी आंखों पे कंकरियाँ मारी जाती हैं। तो ये मैं अवेयरनेस बताना चाहता हूँ कि अवेयरनेस इस कैंपेन के पीछे ये है कि कश्मीरियों को फैसला करने दिया जाए कि वो असल में चाहते क्या हैं। ठीक है, बहुत से हम असल में आज़ाद कश्मीर में हमारे बहुत से डिस्प्यूटेड इस आइडियालॉजी के वजह से हो गए हैं कि कोई जो है कहते हैं कि वी वांटेड टू बी द पार्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान और टू बी द पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया और रिमेन इंडिपेंडेंट। तो इसमें सबसे मेन एजेंडा ये है कि वो हमें सबसे पहले कश्मीरियों को प्लेबिसाइट और रेफरेंडम के लिए जो है ना वो इसके लिए आवाज़ बुलंद करनी चाहिए इंटरनेशनल फोरम्स पे। तो जैसा कि मैंने पहले भी कहा था कि आज़ाद कश्मीर में वो हमारे पास लोगों के पास वो सोर्सेज नहीं है, वो मीडियम नहीं है कि वो अपनी आवाज़ को इंटरनेशनल फॉर्म्स पे पहुंचा सकें। तो अगर वहाँ पे अगर कोई प्रोटेस्ट होता भी है तो कश्मीरियों की आवाज़ वहाँ इंटरनेशनल लेवल तक नहीं पहुंच पाती। तो हम ये सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू जो है ना अपनी आवाज़ जो है ना आज तक अब इस मसला कश्मीर को हमने जो है ना हाईलाइट किया हुआ है इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे। तो ये सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म्स के ज़रिए भी हम ये अवेयरनेस कैंपेन चला रहे हैं। तो इंशाल्लाह वो कहते हैं जर्नी ऑफ 1000 माइल्स बिगिंस विद सिंगल स्टेप। तो वो सिंगल स्टेप हमने उठा लिए। तो अब ये हमारे कश्मीरी साथियों पे डिपेंड है कि वो इस कैंपेन में हमारा कितना साथ देते हैं। तो इंशाल्लाह हम अगर हाथ में हाथ लिए इस अज़म के साथ चलेंगे कि हम अपनी आज़ादी की मंजिल को यकीनन पालेंगे, तो वो दिन दूर नहीं है कि जब हम अपने एम को हासिल कर लेंगे। तो इस कैंपेन में मैं ज़्यादा कहता हूँ कि नौजवान जो होते हैं वो हर एक कौम की तरक्की के लिए जो है ना एक अहम किरदार अदा करते हैं उसकी आज़ादी के लिए। ठीक है, तो मैं नौजवानों को कहूँगा कि हमारे इस कैंपेन का हिस्सा बने। ठीक है, वो चे गुवेरा इनकलाबी रहनुमा थे, उनका कॉल है कि बीइंग अ यंग एंड नॉट अ रेवोल्यूशनरी इट्स अ जेनेटिक कंट्राडिक्शन। और अगर हम कश्मीरी नौजवान ही अगर इनकलाबी नहीं होंगे अपने आज़ादी के मामले में, तो फिर मैं नहीं समझता कि हम अपने काबजीन से जो है ना आज़ादी हासिल कर सकेंगे। तो नौजवानों से दरख्वास्त है कि वो अपनी आज़ादी के लिए जो है ना हमारे साथ जो है ना इस कैंपेन का हिस्सा बने, और इंटरनेशनल कम्युनिटी, ब्रिटिश कम्युनिटी जो है वो इसमें अहम किरदार अदा कर सकती हैं, क्योंकि उनके पास रिसोर्सेज हैं। जैसा कि आप देखें कि यहाँ पे इंटरनेट कनेक्शन नहीं है, हम हालांकि हम इसके बहुत महंगे दाम में इन चीज़ों को ख़रीदते हैं, लेकिन फिर भी हमारे यहाँ वो फैसिलिटीज़ नहीं हैं कि हम अपनी जो है ना ज़िंदगी को एक बेहतर अंदाज से सीख सकें। तो सबसे पहले हम कश्मीरियों को भी इस मामले में हमारी अपनी सिमत दुरुस्त करनी होगी कि हम व्हाट वी रियली एक्चुअली वांट, हम असल में चाहते क्या हैं। ठीक है, हमें इस सिमत को दुरुस्त करना होगा। तो अगर एक काबल से हम जो है ना आज़ादी हासिल कर लें और दूसरे की ग़ुलामी में चले जाएं, तो इसे आज़ादी नहीं कहते। ठीक है, आज़ादी वो होती है कि जहाँ पे हर एक नौजवान, सबसे बड़ी इस वक्त हमारे मुल्क में नौजवान जो है ना वो बेरोज़गारी का शिकार हैं। ठीक है, पढ़े लिखे नौजवान के पास फैसिलिटीज़ नहीं है कि वो अपनी ज़िंदगी को अच्छे तरीके से सर्वाइव कर सकें। तो ये एक हम माशी जंग भी लड़ रहे हैं खिलाफ। तो एक आज़ादी उसे कहते हैं कि एक ऐसी रियासत हो जहाँ पे नौजवान जो है ना उनको मजहबी, सियासी, माशी हर लिहाज, समाजी हर लिहाज से जो है ना उनको आज़ादी हासिल हो। तो हमें इस चीज़ को जो है ना मद्देनज़र रखना होगा कि हम अपनी सिमत दुरुस्त करें, अपने नज़रियात को ठीक करें, तब जाके हम एक जो है ना अपने दुश्मनों से या अपने काबिज़ीन से जो है ना आज़ादी हासिल कर सकेंगे।
थैंक यू,
जी
थैंक
शम्स।
यू वेरी मच जवाद। आपने बड़े अच्छे और जामे अंदाज में अपना पूरा वो बयान किया है मौक़िफ़। So let's hope if I can briefly summarize it for Claire and for everybody else who cannot understand Urdu, if you are watching. Yeah, Jawad is a man, basically person for this Let Kashmir Decide initiative in Azad Kashmir, or Pakistani administered Kashmir. And he was saying that obviously this kind of initiatives, the main purpose is that we raise awareness about Kashmir amongst the people beyond borders of Kashmir and beyond Kashmiris and Pakistani or Indian communities to the wider world. And at the same time, he was focusing on a local situation, saying that usually we are trained to see Kashmir either through the Indian lenses or through the Pakistani lenses, and soon Kashmiris try to see it through their own lenses. They are then a lot of alarms started ringing, and either their lenses are taken away or their eyes are fired straight into with pellets. And he was also saying that in Azad Kashmir, where he is from, although situation is not as bad, but there are serious restriction and resource issues. And he was also quite ambitious that young people will eventually wake up to the realities, and they will be very, very clear in their vision what exactly they want. The current confusion will gradually give way to clarity, and we will know what we want, that we don't want to come out of the slavery of one occupier and then go into the slavery of the other one. So that is the gist of what he said. And thank you very much, Jawad, for that. So, Claire, coming back to Britain, obviously, now how long, when it was initiated, this?
I think we opened the Facebook group towards the end of October, the 28th of October, I think it was, something like that. So we're nearly 6 months.
Yeah. So in 6 months, obviously, you have done tremendously well, and I know that how many people are connected with it, and how many activists and different groups are connected with it.
I know, and I feel I can't mention everybody enough. I know I've missed people.
So that is amazing. That's amazing, and that's very positive. But how many people are non-Kashmiri kind of, or non-Asian in Britain are part of this? or from other European countries or from USA or Canada, how well it is connected beyond these communities?
Well, hopefully, I mean, at the moment, I think if we're honest, it's not as connected as we would like it to be. So this is where the Tea Solidarity event is doing amazing things and has the potential to do more amazing things. So we've developed a structure where we have like a continental representative, every continent in the world, and we have at the moment 30 countries actively involved in the Solidarity event. We have
30
countries where we have a country representative, and then each of those country representatives are allocated to their continental rep, whose job is to kind of encourage their country rep to open up their own WhatsApp groups and to reach out into their communities. And to do similarly, say, to what I'm doing, finding out how many pro-Kashmiri groups there are, making those links and bringing all the work of everybody, you know, to the fore, and that every single one of us really can make that difference. So at the end of the show, you will meet 3 of our continental reps, I believe our Asian, European, and the Americas rep, and so you'll hear their voices and what they have to say. We also will have Rihanna speaking later, who is one of, you know, when I see her, I feel so proud because she's somebody that's been doing some awesome work, and we've been able to unite that within hours. And she's actively engaged in work in the UK, and we're looking to reach more young people, more you know, non-Kashmiri people, and the people that weren't aware of this before. And there are a lot, and you know, we have many arrive in the group that they don't know a lot about Kashmir, but similarly to like me, they know that there's horrible things going on and have been going on, and they want to help, they want to learn, they want to know. And I can't express that I want to say the talent, but the knowledge that some of the people that are in our group have, that they can then bring to that group, which then goes out to the rest of the world. So one person really can make that massive difference. And I think if any message I could give to anybody, you know, to come and support the Kashmiris and, you know, what's happening to them, and come and learn about the, you know, the horrendous way they're living and what the Indian government and everything are doing, and even what our UK government need to do to get involved, because I could argue that they caused a lot of these problems when they left their empire. But my one message would be, you know, one person can make a difference. We really can all make a difference. And obviously when we then come together and unite that, you know, we're stronger. So I'm hoping we're reaching more people all the time. And if we can achieve what we've achieved in 6 months, then what can we achieve in the next 6 months? So hopefully our global event at the end of May will help us reach that wider audience. So we will be working towards that. That's our next aim.
So, and end of the May, hopefully, we will have most of the representatives here on the screen live rather than in recorded clips. And we will have our event covered, hopefully, on 30th of May.
On the 30th of May at 1 o'clock, yes.
At the moment, that is the date. And let's hope everything stays, becomes better, and we are not as confined and concentrated. So we will have that event. Either way, we will have that event covered, and we will be talking live to representatives from different countries. And now, before the end of show, जवाद, आपने कुछ और कहना है? कोई इम्पोर्टेंट बात जो आप पैगाम देना चाहते हैं यहाँ पर जो लोग हैं और वहाँ पर जो हैं?
जी शम्स, बहुत शुक्रिया। देखें, मौजूदा सूरत हाल में अगर देखें तो आज़ाद कश्मीर के हैं या मकबूजा कश्मीर के हैं, तो दोनों जगहों पे, क्योंकि इस वक्त जो है ना कोविड-19 की वजह से पूरी दुनिया जो है ना इस वबा के खिलाफ जंग लड़ रही है, मगर कश्मीरी फिर भी इस जानलेवा वबा के बावजूद भी जो है ना वो अपने जो है ना इतनी जुल्म का शिकार हो रहे हैं। तो ये रिसेंटली 1 वीक अगो जो है ना हमारे खोरेटा सेक्टर में, उसके बाद गोई हो गया, अब्बासपुर हो गया, वहाँ पे जो है ना इंडियन फौज की जानब से जो है ना फायरिंग की गई, जिसकी वजह से मैं कहता हूँ कि इंसान के बनाए हुए हथियारों से खुदा के बनाए हुए जानवर भी महफूज नहीं है। तो वो यहाँ हमारे LOC के करीब जितने भी घर हैं उनमें कई जो है ना लोगों का जो है ना जरिया माश वो सिर्फ जो है माल मवेशी है। तो उन इंडिया के गोला बारी से वो जानवर जो है ना कई जानवर जो है ना आज तक मरे हैं, लेकिन हुकूमत भी उनके लिए कोई फैसिलिटीज़ मुहैया नहीं करी, कोई इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी नहीं है कि कोई जो है ना उनको रिलीफ नहीं है कि जिससे वो अपना जो है ना दोबारा रन अप कर सकें अपना रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी के शेड्यूल को। तो ये कोविड-19 के बावजूद जो है ना हमारे कश्मीरी मुसलसल जो है ना जंग में हैं। उसके पहले भी जो है ना ये डोमिसाइल लॉ की मंजूरी आर्टिकल 35 पे, तो इसके बावजूद जो है ना अब कोविड-19 जैसी वबा के खिलाफ कश्मीरी लड़ रहे हैं। तो मैं ब्रिटिश कम्युनिटी और जितने भी हमारे गैर मुस्लिम जो दिगर ममालिक से जो है ना हमारे साथी हैं, उनसे ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि इंसानियत के लिए आवाज़ बुलंद करें, इन मजालिम के खिलाफ आवाज़ बुलंद करें। कश्मीरी माएँ बहनें जो आज़ादी के लिए 70 सालों से जंग लड़ रही हैं, उनका जो है ना साथ दें। कश्मीरी माएँ, वो माएँ जो अपने शहीद बेटों को जो है ना अपने हाथों से जो है ना दफनाती हैं, और वो
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Jawad. I think
इंसानियत को प्रायोरिटी देते हुए हमारे जो है ना इंटरनेशनल लोगों से गुजारिश है
part बना इसका. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jawad. And Jawad was saying basically that while the world is fighting against COVID-19 and everybody is locked down, in Kashmir, this situation existed long before that. A different kind of lockdown, more brutal and more suppressive. But even now, there is a firing on the division line between Indian and Pakistani soldiers, and people are getting killed. And people on the division line that divides Kashmir between the Indian and Pakistani controlled areas, many people whose only source of livelihood is their livestock, and because of this firing, they are either injured or they are confined in. Many are killed, and they are confined in their bunkers or in some safe places, and so their life is disrupted. In addition to what COVID is causing. And this is something which world needs to speak about, and people all over the world of the campaign group and everybody they come in contact with, they need to be made aware that this is what's happening there, and we should not let this continue, and we should make as much noise as possible and make as many people aware as possible. So that is something which Jawad has conveyed. And Claire, at the end of the program, if you want to say anything.
Really, I mean, yeah, as Javad mentioned there, I know we haven't actually focused on the atrocities that are occurring, and particularly at the border. I would almost convey that as war at the moment. The Indian Army, the heavy artillery that they are using, and the situation it's becoming. So I know we haven't focused so much on that in this program because we're talking about raising awareness. I think it's about how people can unite with us, how they can join us, how they can learn, how they can spread this message. Obviously, during Corona times, issues for Kashmiris are, they're even worse. And the world are all concerned again with their own countries and what's happening. So I think we still need to keep making that noise and stepping forward. So, I mean, we're based on the petition to the United Nations. So it'd be great if people could look for that and find that and join us on Facebook under Let Kashmir Decide Solidarity. If you look for the link, you can join us there. More news will be coming out then about the the tea event, which is so on 12 noon on the 30th of May, there'll be a Twitter storm, and on the at 1 o'clock we hope to have the event here with you, with different guests, with tea, with linking up with people all across the globe. And as Javad quite rightly says, you know, every day there are things that we can be doing to raise awareness. I think you'll hear that from our, you know, our lady Rihanna at the end of the show as well. So that's it really, and it's standing in solidarity, raising in awareness and doing all we can. And you know, my grateful thanks to everybody that supported us, you know, along this path and is still teaching us and guiding us as we go, and we hope people start listening.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rahana and I'm the Social Secretary for the Kashmiri organization which is based at London. I also have an active role with Let's Kashmir Decide. I'm looking forward for the tea party arranged by Let's Kashmir Decide on the 30th of May, where all over the world people are going to take part in this tea party to become one voice for Kashmir, to let the world know that Kashmir needs freedom and has been oppressed for many decades. I would like to also say that UK is one of the countries which has the most Kashmiris based here from India and Pakistan. I would like to add on that if we all get together, each and every one of, and use the lockdown time wisely and write to our local MPs, councillors and the United Nations, there is no way we can achieve a lot in the short period of time, but only if we can get together and we can start working on it. I would also like to say that we can use our own social media accounts to actually to pass on awareness, because I believe that many people or many countries in the world still don't know that Kashmir is an issue. I hope my message will make you feel positive and it will help towards the cause for Kashmir. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you will consider my suggestion. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you very much, Claire, and thank you very much, Jawad, for being with us and sharing all your thoughts. And you have heard one clip, and I will leave you with.
Hey to all, I am Rashid Mahmood. I am representing Asia for the Let's Kashmir Decide World Tea Party. I want to convey my message to all organizations, United Nations Human Rights, United Nations Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and all other organizations which are working for the well-wishing and humanity of this world, that Kashmir seeks attention. In Jammu Kashmir, curfew and lockdown since 8 months, and Kashmiri are living under the brutality of Indian Army. It is going on since 70 years. I strongly condemn this action of Indian Army. Being a Kashmiri, being a part of this party, that's Kashmir Decide World Tea Party, I strongly condemn the action and brutality of Indian Army. I strongly condemn the raping, kidnapping and cross-border firing in Jammu Kashmir on civilians. We are Kashmiri, we are a human, we are having our rights of self-determination. We want peace, we want justice. To using this platform, I want to expose India in front of all worlds, all human rights, United Nations, that Kashmir seeks attention. We Kashmiri are human. Please consider us as human. We want freedom. We want justice. Kashmir seeks attention.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। मेरा नाम अमजद है और मैं फ्रांस से लेट्स कश्मीर डिसाइड वर्ल्ड टी पार्टी को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा हूं। मैं इस प्लेटफॉर्म की वसातत से यूनाइटेड नेशंस, ह्यूमन राइट्स और दीगर जो इंसानी हकूक़ के अलमबरदार हैं उनसे मुतालबा करता हूं कि वो कश्मीर में भारत के जो जुल्म व सितम, बर्बरियत, लाकानूनियत जारी हैं, उनको रुकवाने के लिए अपना किरदार अदा करें। भारत को चाहिए कि वो कश्मीर से अपनी अफवाज को निकाले और वहाँ की पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप को भी रिहा करे ताकि वो अपनी कौम की नुमाइंदगी कर सकें। अकॉर्डिंग टू द यूनाइटेड नेशंस, जो कश्मीर का इशू है वो हल करना यूनाइटेड नेशन ही की ज़िम्मेदारी है और कश्मीरियों को राइट ऑफ सेल्फ डिटरमिनेशन देना भी उसकी ज़िम्मेदारी है, क्योंकि ये 90 लाख इंसानी जानों का मामला है। अगर इस मामले को हल ना किया गया तो यकीनन मुस्तकबिल करीब में एक बहुत बड़ा अलमिया हो सकता है जो आलमी दुनिया के अमन को अपनी लपेट में भी ले सकता है। लिहाजा मैं एक बार फिर यूनाइटेड नेशन से ये मुतालबा करता हूँ कि वो अपना किरदार अदा करे और कश्मीर के मामले को हल करे। इंडिया को चाहिए कि वो फिलफोर अपनी अफवाज निकाले और कश्मीर के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को बहाल करे। कश्मीरी किसी सूरत भी यूनिटी टेरिटरी जो उसने बनाई हुई है उसको तस्लीम नहीं करते। कश्मीर चूँकि एक सेपरेट स्टेट है, उसका अपना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन था, अपनी पार्लियामेंट थी, जिसको भारत ने जबरी तौर पर अपने कब्ज़े में लेकर उसको ख़त्म किया है। एक और बात मैं भी कहना चाहता हूँ कि भारत को जो वहाँ पर आबादी का गैर कानूनी तौर पर तनासब बढ़ा रहा है, आलमी बरादरी को इसका फिलफोर नोटिस लेना चाहिए और इस सिलसिले को रुकवा कर कश्मीर के जो बुनियादी हकूक़ हैं उनको सुलभ होने से बचाया जाए। मैं तमाम दुनिया के मुहज़्ज़ब लोगों से ये मुतालबा करता हूँ और ये अपील करता हूँ कि आएँ, कश्मीर के मामले के लिए आप इस अपना किरदार अदा करें ताकि वहाँ पर 90 लाख जाने जो मासूर हैं उनको उनकी ज़िंदगी के जो बुनियादी हकूक़ हैं वो दिए जाएं। आज पूरी दुनिया कोरोना जैसी वबा में मुब्तला है और घरों में लॉकडाउन है, लेकिन पिछले कई माह से जो कश्मीरी लॉकडाउन हैं, भारती अफवाज के ज़ेर कब्ज़ा हैं, वो किसी को नज़र नहीं आए। आज दुनिया देखें किस तरह खौफ में मुब्तला है। क्या वहाँ पर 90 लाख जो जाने हैं उनको ज़िंदा रहने का हक़ नहीं है? मैं एक बार फिर स्ट्रिक्टली आई कंडेम्ड टू इंडियन जो स्टेप्स हैं कश्मीर में, उनको फिलफोर वो बंद करें और कश्मीरी पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप को रिहा करें ताकि वो अपनी कौम की नुमाइंदगी कर सकें। मैं इस प्लेटफॉर्म की वसातत से एक बार फिर इंडिया को ख़बरदार करता हूं कि अगर उसने कश्मीर के मामले को संजीदा ना लिया तो ये ना सिर्फ इंडिया के अपने वजूद को ख़त्म कर देगा बल्कि आलमी अमन को भी अपनी लपेट में ले लेगा।
Greetings. On most of the social media forums on which I participate, I go by my middle names Asenwe Maritia and am the continental representative for our group. I became part of the movement in support of Kashmiri self-determination because I do not believe human rights and self-determination should come with an asterisk that says, except for Kashmiris and Palestinians. Both Kashmiris and Palestinians have lived under decades of war criminal military occupations and are in a resistant struggle for self-determination against occupation. These occupations have resulted in untold and necessary suffering by the Kashmiri and Palestinian peoples, compounded by the propagandistic guile of their occupiers who have maligned them in their struggle, as well as isolated them from most outside support. It was my support for the Palestinian struggle that attracted the attention of one of my longtime Facebook friends who happened to be from Kashmir. He extracted the promise from me that I would publicize to the outside world the struggle of his people. We even had an arrangement that when he was caught in an online argument, he would tag me to tap me in, and I would take up the fight on his behalf. As an American with no family in Kashmir to be under threat, there are certain things I can say without risk to myself or my loved ones. My prose on such a post was noticed by a young Kashmiri student who friended me and later invited me to the Let Kashmiris Decide Solidarity Facebook group. I was offered the position of Continental Representative, which I only accepted on the condition that a referendum of Kashmiris themselves be conducted on the issue, and I would honor the results whatever they were. So here I am. In keeping my promise to my friend, I have attended a pro-Kashmir rally in my native city of Seattle, Washington. I have also participated in a silent protest outside the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in opposition to their plan to give Prime Minister Modi an award despite his regime aiding and abetting gross human rights violations. I have also engaged in numerous online debates and disputes on different social media platforms to dispel false narratives, as well as to hold accountable such pro-occupation shills like former U.S. presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard, whose statements regarding Modi's actions toward Kashmir and the 2002 Gujarat pogrom amount to a chilling apologism for Islamophobic atrocities. I feel that in the wake of the abrogation of Articles 370 and 35A, as well as India's amendment of the domiciliary law, the timeline has become critically shortened to take effective action to secure Kashmiri self-determination and human rights. These unilateral acts by India were done with the intent of altering Jammu and Kashmir's demographic mix to make an independent sovereign state as unfeasible as Israel's de facto expansion into the West Bank by its illegal settlements would make a sovereign Palestinian state. This has been referred to as the Israelification of Kashmir. The task at hand is urgent, and what I hope to accomplish is to take some small part in providing a framework to unify Kashmiris where India has attempted to divide them along religious lines to supposedly justify their war criminal occupation as their defense of Kashmiri religious minorities, such as the Pandits. There also needs to be a consensus on what Kashmiris want going forward beyond the withdrawal of occupying forces. It is also important to note that even as Kashmiris are united in their intention to fight for self-determination, there is also the daunting task of challenging the status quo of both India and Pakistan relating to the occupation. For decades, the conflict has entrenched hostilities, defined identity, and provided political campaign rhetoric for politicians on both sides. They have been keeping the Kashmiri people hostage to either deflect from internal issues or because the politicians themselves recognize the
Azadi, azadi. दी